Stop number 5. Proceed up the path and you will come to a farmer's field. If you like, you can keep your eyes open for a structure on your left just as you enter the farmer's field. This is the ventilation shaft for the fort. If you like, there is a path that takes you for a short walk around the structure. Proceed to stop 5, which is located here on the right side as you skirt the farmer's field. This is the encasement called Maastricht 2. As you can see, this is one of the 4 identical emplacements, which include these 2 that we just came from. Walk along the base and then take a path found on the left of the emplacement. This path will take you up to the top of the battery. Again, be careful, as a slip off the side can result in serious injury. As you do this, continue to listen to the tour information. The casement had 2 floors, just as these 2 did, with the upper gallery containing the 3 75mm guns. The gunners of these casements had limited vision with the outside world and relied on the pre-planned fire orders that gave the bearings and elevations to engage the requested target, be it a bridge or an approach road. The casements were built of reinforced concrete up to 2.75 meters thick, capable of sustaining prolonged bombardment from 22-centimeter artillery rounds. The casements were cleverly landscaped into the berm and was painted to conform with the surrounding vegetation and concealed behind permanent camouflage netting to disguise them from aerial observation by reconnaissance aircraft. There were 5 NCOs and 28 soldiers manning this emplacement. Maastricht 2 had additional personnel who acted as observers for Eben 3, the armored observation dome on top of this position. As you walk around the top of the guns, look for the dome. These observation domes were to be the eyes of the fort during an attack and provided information to the administration area of the fort. Eben 3 had unimpeded direct vision over much of the top of the fortress and was able to coordinate the response to any infantry attack in the vicinity. These armored observation domes formed the eyes of Fort Eben Emael and were vital for its proper functioning as an artillery battery. Note as you approach Eben 3 a large compression in the top of the dome. This damage was done in the first moments of the battle with a hollow charge. The hollow charge was the secret weapon that the Nazis were to use during the attack on the fort. The hollow charge had been developed by German explosive engineers. The charge was capable of blasting its way through the thick stone, concrete, and steel used in modern fortresses. There were several sizes of the hollow charges that were used during the assault on the fort. Troop 1 of the German glider force was assigned to take out this position here at Maastricht 1. The glider troop was led by Sergeant Hans Niedermeyer. After a bumpy landing, the squad landed between Cupola 120, the large encasement in the center of the farmer's field, and Maastricht 2 where you are now standing. The men made a clean exit from the glider. The first target for the squad was the fort's observation cupola. Niedermeyer ran to Eben 3 carrying the top section of a 110-pound hollow charge. Another man followed carrying the bottom part. This they assembled over the armored observation dome and initiated the 10-second fuse before scrambling for cover. The ensuing explosion failed to penetrate the heavy armor, but the blast overpressure killed the 2 occupants. The gun position filled with fumes and the lights failed. The squad next attacked the 75mm guns in the front of the casement, this time placing a 27.5-pound hollow charge under the gun's barrel. The explosion blew the Belgian gunners from their seats and against the wall, killing 2. Sergeant Niedermeyer and 2 other paratroopers then entered the casements and immediately donned gas masks because of the fumes. After passing a wounded Belgian soldier out into the fresh air, the squad took up guard by the stairwell to ward off a Belgian counterattack. The glider pilot placed a swastika's flag above the position to indicate to Luftwaffe aircraft that the position was taken. Maastricht 2 had fallen within minutes of the attack, and with it, its triple 75mm guns pointing northwards to the bridges over the Albert Canal. Of the Belgian gun crew of 24, 4 were dead and 17 wounded, some with severe burns and smoke inhalation. The Belgians retreated to the intermediate level and sealed the fortress off from the gun position with metal beams and securing the armored doors located at the intermediate level entrance to the guns above. Clearly, the hollow charge was a devastating weapon. During the first 10 minutes of the assault, the men successfully attacked 9 positions with the new weapon. Before you leave the top of Maastricht 2, take a look across the farmer's field and get your bearings for the rest of the walk. The main structure in the middle of the field is Cupola 120. Further, past this structure, you will see structures in the embankment on the far side of the field. Towards the right and on the berm ridge behind Cupola 120, you can see Block Nord. Now, as you follow the embankment to the left, you can see Wies 1 and further along Mee Nord. You will see several other emplacements that we will learn about later. In the tree line to your left will be Mead Sud and Maastricht 1. We will visit all of these encasements during our walk. It is now time to move to Stop 6. Leave the top of Maastricht 1 by the path that brought you to the top of the battery. We will take this trail to the right and proceed looking to our right. You will find an emplacement with an artillery dome on the top. Make your way to this stop and listen to Stop 6 as you walk towards the emplacement.